There is no safer haven than this, hiding in a narrow tree hole. It takes a little effort to turn inside, but all kinds of facilities are readily available, and the outside looks very hidden. Sleeping inside is not worried about life crisis at all. When Lao's son came for a walk in the wild that day, found a 1,000-year-old tree that collapsed and lay flat, and as you get closer, it's completely hollow inside. And the space is very large. The length is at least 10 meters. That's a pretty good point to occupy. So with that in mind, he assembles the deception and takes out his chisel. Cut a line in the middle of the stump. The goal is to make it easier to cut from it, to create an entrance to the shelter, although this ancient tree has long since decayed, but the texture is still very hard. Lao's son got hot when he cut his hands, just barely carving out enough space to get in and out. Those who didn't know thought it was repairing a grave. After confirming that the overall structure is correct, he just cleaned up the residue left behind. Soon a perfect close-to-me is not a sanctuary, even if it is a prototype. This size is completely tailor-made. The overall floor height is still a bit small. Lao's son also directly found the log and trimmed the damaged head according to the equal length. A damaged eye is trimmed on the trunk at the other end. In this way, after docking together, wall frames can be easily completed, and the burden sharing will be better. As for the binding tools, he chose to use wicker instead. It's the perfect holding material in the field when you're short of rope. At this point, the big bark he had dug down before can be transferred to the top to make a roof. Lao's son has just entered the state. He was greeted by a heavy rain. With no place to live, he can only continue to use wooden sticks to seal the walls in the rain. Big wood, sturdy for safekeeping. And the aesthetics are also enough. Learn the lesson just now. This time he replaced it with a more resilient one, and you finally get the point fixed by just filling it with sticks. A new little platform suddenly appeared. The production of the remaining gates is relatively simple. The door frame was still made out of sticks. Then tie the branches and it will take shape. Don't look at this door. It's not very safe. But mosquitoes are definitely enough. All that's left is to seal the gap, and that's naturally smeared with clay. It also installs the glass by the way. In this way, the problem of lighting is also directly solved. And on the way to collect fresh water, he also found many steps by the river. This is a good material for decorating walls. Not only does the appearance blend perfectly, it can also make the thermal insulation effect higher. After Lao's son found some dead grass slums to use as mattresses indoors, this sanctuary is completely complete. Satisfied, he immediately took the fireplace and put it in the room to connect the shallots and look like they grew on their own. Work hard all day. He's going to treat himself well for dinner. Marinate the beef you bring and roast it on the campfire charcoal for 30 minutes. A sumptuous wilderness meal is complete. Although the outside of the shelter is not luxurious, it's not beautiful inside either. But a fireplace and a bed are enough for Lao Sin to sleep well tonight.